What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at this PC case. This is the Phanteks Eclipse P300A. This is the case that I'm going to be using for my brand new PC that I'm going to be building inside this. That video is already out, so you guys can go check that out. And today I'm going to be doing a full review on this case for you guys. Alright guys, first look at the case. You guys can see we've got a mesh panel in the front here. I'm going to turn it a little. You guys can probably see through it a little, but we got a mesh panel here. You guys can put two intake fans once I take off this front panel. You guys will be able to see. And then we've got a tempered glass panel over here, which you can see inside the PC. And then we've got our back panel over here. I'm going to be opening these up in just a sec to show you guys. And then on top of the case, we have a power button, reset switch, two USB ports, and front audio inputs. And then another thing on the top here is we got another filter up here where you can also put an intake fan. This is kind of cool. It's like magnetic. You can move it around, take it away, whatever. So this case is about 18 inches tall. So I would say it's like medium size. It's not a full tower. Lengthwise, this is about 15 inches this way. Anyways, guys, let's take off the front panel and the side panels and take a look inside this case. Alright, we got this side panel off now. Pull that off. Put it to the side. Alright, so now guys, we have a full look inside the case. Let's start with the front though. So in the front, this was where the mesh panel was. So here you guys can see you're going to have space for two intake fans in the front. In the bottom right here, if I scoot this back a little, there are two spots for your HDD drives. So all I got to do to pull these out is squeeze this a little and slide it out, and you'll see that. Put this right back in. In the front, there also comes a box with all your accessories. So this is your accessories box. It comes right here in the front. So if we open this up real quick, you can see we got our zip ties and all the screws that we're going to need. We also got a manual here. I'm not going to open that right now. You can put the accessories box to the side. So that is the front of the case. Let's turn it to the front panel here. So you guys are going to see the inside here. You're going to have a lot of room to work with here. This is like a more of a compact ATX build. You can also put micro ATX boards in here too. And we got all our connectors. They're already pre-wired through here. So we got our audio cable, we got our USB front, we got our front power switch and reset switch and all that. We also got the front LEDs for the power and reset switch. So that is the front. Now let's go to the back panel. Let's turn this around. You guys can see all those pre-wired wires over there. There is a SSD mount already here for you guys. And nothing much from the back really. You guys can see our power supply is going to fit in here. Let me scoot this back a little. So our power supply is going to be going over here. There is a 200mm power supply clearance for your power supply. I'm gonna show you guys in just a sec. So guys, here I have my 600 watt EVGA power supply. So from the back, you're not going to be able to install the power supply because it just won't fit through here. But if we go from the side back panel here, you guys can see we're going to want it facing down because there's a space here for airflow. We're going to put this in. It slides perfectly in. These wires are a little in the way. You guys can see it fits. There is clearance, like I said, for a 200mm power supply, and this just gets right under it perfectly. You might have trouble with some power supplies. Just make sure that it meets this requirement and fits in here. I'm gonna pull this out now. Anyways, power supply goes there. Now to the back. I think I've showed this to you guys. So we have a fan here pre-installed for us. You guys can see we have our expansion slots. Power supply goes down there, as I mentioned. Our IO shield. So guys, that is basically a quick overview of this case. I'm going to be continuing this review once I build the PC inside this. You guys, like I said before, you guys can check out the video of me building the PC. It's already posted. You guys can go check it out. But I will pick this video back up once I build everything inside here and give you guys a full review. Alright guys, what is going on? We are back here. And you guys can see we've got our PC build complete. So I'm going to be taking a final overview of this case, the Phanteks Eclipse P300A, and giving you my final thoughts on this. Anyways, here is an overview of this case real quick. You guys can see. Looks pretty nice and all. So my final thoughts on this case. So let's just start with like the motherboard and how everything fit in here. So this was a micro ATX board, you guys can see. So this case is kind of compact, so if you had an ATX board, you would just maybe just have enough room to fit it in here. So I would probably recommend, if you go with the ATX board, maybe not this case, but a micro ATX board is just perfect for this case. I did have some difficulties with this case, such as reaching back here in this area. I would recommend removing this fan before you build your PC, because I had a little hard time at reaching back there, connecting some cables. I would also recommend, if you have a cooler like big as mine, probably install it after, even though you might not have room to do the cooler really. I'm not sure really, but the cooler really gave me a hard time also reaching back here. The graphics card fit pretty well. There's nothing really to worry about much here. You got the expansion slots. I had no problem with that. And cable management, not the best on my part, but definitely could be better. And I really had no problem with the cables. One little problem I did encounter was with this fan here. This wire is pre-routed up through the case and it comes down here, and with my specific board the cable for the fan was not long enough, so I had to reroute the fan cable and made sure it fit. You guys can see I routed it. You guys can't see it now, but I routed it down here, and then you guys can see where it says system fan. I'm not really sure if that's visible, but system fan, I routed it through there and all that. So in my opinion, this is a really nice case. I really didn't have much problems with it. There were just minor issues, but I believe you guys will be able to get around that. Nothing major. This case is really nice. I like the design of it. It looks really clean. Here's a little view from the front and this side. Really clean case. Right now I do have the glass panel off right now just so I can show you guys, but with it on, this case looks really clean. I might be thinking of getting some LED lights to go inside or something to make it look nice. One thing I forgot to mention was right here there's a little LED light, so when I have my power connected, I have it unplugged right now, but this little light will light up when you plug in your PC. So that's just a cool little feature. Other than that, guys, I think that is going to be it for my final thoughts on this case. I really like it so far. I've been using it for a few days. Really clean, nice look. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm really going to be pushing out more content with this PC, so be ready for for all the videos coming. And other than that, guys, I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.